Hey everyone, welcome to episode 106 of season 2. I think this is the Yarnivore podcast, and I'm Sadie. I'm your hostess. I am currently extremely scatterbrained, and I am missing my booklet where I write everything down. So I had to actually look up how many episodes I've recorded, and thusly, I am a complete sketchpad today. But pregnancy brain will do that to you. And so bear with me. I'm also attempting to do like multiple things around the house while I record, which is not always the best thing for me right now. I also just yesterday, the tangents. There's a cat climbing behind me. You may see her. You may, I don't know. There's a tail. There's the cat. There you go. That would be Mouse. And there are birdies out there, so tangents early on. Yesterday I had one of our checkups, and so I got the flu shot, and the flu shot usually makes me a little groggy anyway, and the Tdap, which is they must have started their fireplace. The Tdap, which is tetanus, pertussis, and another one. So, yeah, sore arms, one in each arm. And then I had a dental cleaning, which is why my lip ring is currently not in. Yesterday, just lots of lots of appointments. Subsequently, not all here today, and my arms are sore. I also found out I have carpal tunnel in both of my hands. I can knit in intervals. I'm allowed to continue knitting and cross-stitching and whatnot in intervals. However, I have to sleep in braces now, and that makes life a little harder. However, so it goes. Got the braces, slept with them last night. I can't really tell yet. They said it'll take 2 to 3 sleeps before I notice a big change, but mostly it's the swelling and the medial, but I don't know, I can't remember if it's radial or ulnar, but there's a nerve that gets pinched in your elbow, which I remember from human osteology class. How's that for you? I was once well educated. Now I'm just an idiot. Actually, I'm probably smarter now that I've left academia, but that's another story for another day. Let's jump right on in, shall we? I have finished an object. I finished my Desert Vista Dye Works monthly for the month of October. My socks are done. They do not fit on my sock blockers remotely because they are a men's 11 or 11 and a half. Somewhere around there. They are a ridiculously long foot, and I did, I think it's 5 inches for the leg, and then I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel. It's the first Fish Lips Kiss heel that I've done for my husband, and he seems to like them. He likes heels that are grabby. That's his direct quote: heels that are grabby. And I've found that this one kind of grabs. I think he likes the heel flap in this one better than an afterthought heel, I think. So these are done. There's a pair, and now he can wear them again. He wore them a little bit last night because his feet were cold while he was gaming. And yeah, now he can wear them again and not complain about how he has no socks. He doesn't actually complain very much, but mostly because he has to wear work socks 90% of the time. Having said that, he does wear his hand knit socks on the weekends and the evenings, and they keep him much warmer than the work socks do. Gotta love uniforms, right? So that was my finish. That I was focused on. Actually, no, that was not what I was focused on. That was not what I was focused on at all, because out of nowhere, blaming it on the pregnancy. Out of nowhere, I decided I needed to go through all my handspun, which is in the lower part of this bookshelf. See, the books end here. There's 3 more shelves, and that's where I keep my handspun. I needed to go through. I needed to do wraps per inch and grade it all out so I knew what was fingering, what was sport, what was DK, what was worsted, what was bulky. I have very little bulky, but I have some, but for the most part. And then I was looking for mostly the DK worsted, I think is what I picked. And so I picked out 7 skeins. I laid them out in a row and they looked pretty and they color coordinated and I could do some sort of fading with it or something. And I thought, it's been a long time since I've knit with handspun. So you haven't seen this one yet at all because it hasn't been on the podcast, but it's almost done, which is why I tell you I was obsessed. And then I thought, I am a copycat at times, or I see something and I go, yes, that would work for me. And I really liked the Passionate Spinner Tracy's Enchanted Mesa. Knew she had some issues with it, with the sleeves and stuff being where they were and how to put it on. And I was talking with her and she also said that she thought she was making a bigger size, but it ended up smaller, but it still fit good. So I was cognizant of all of these things going in. And so I have the pattern, which I was gifted by a lovely friend, and ran out of black halfway through printing. So that's an approximation of what it would look like. And this is the Enchanted Mesa by Stephen West, and I did it all out of handspun, and I'm almost to the sleeves. So let me see if I can do this some justice here for you. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I can do it. Whee! So the neckband and the couple ones following, the stripies, the little stripies you put in between, that was a skein of randoms that I spun together. And then this top one here, this wedge, is Spunky Eclectic. It was a club colorway. I don't remember what it was, but I ended up holding it double. I started off not holding it double, and I thought, no, that needs to be held double. This is something about butterflies. It is a Into the World, and I started off holding it double, and then I went single, because apparently that's what I do. This one, I still have a crap ton left over. I have leftovers from all of the wedges that are going to go into the sleeves. I might sleeve this. I might add this to the bottom of the sweater and then do mostly sleeves in this. And this is from, I can't remember who. I got 2 4-ounce braids at Shepherd's Harvest and I spun them, but that's what that is. And there's a thingy poking out and it should be on the other side to be woven in, so I don't forget. This one is the first draft. It was the SSK colorway for last year I was there. And this one is, I want to say this is Frabjous Fibers, and I can't remember the colorway. This one, I used the whole skein of this, and it is, I believe it's Into the World. Don't quote me on that, I can't remember, but it is soft and stuff, and it makes me think I spun a Luxe Club. And then the bottom, which is this guy, which is what I'm currently on, is 2 braids of Spunky Eclectic. I forget the colorway name. If I was smart, I would have kept these things, but I did not. Like, I literally did not. They weren't even in my thing. Usually I like tape them to the, I need to get some of those things where you write them down on the thing and just put it on. But, so yeah. So I have finished where you separate out the sleeves, and I am now at the shaping in the bottom where you go, where you basically try to get the triangle down so you can have an even hem. I think it might be, it's a little bit more visible in this picture where you can see here it goes all the way down this non-striping portion, that's what I'm on. And then once I get there, I will try it on and see how much extra length I need, because I like things long. I don't like them cropped. No one needs to see that. I am, however, pregnant, so if it fits over the pregnant belly and goes down enough, then we're good. Then I will figure we're good. And then it can be bigger when I'm more oversized when I'm not pregnant. Then the sleeves will probably, I'm just going to mishmash the top colors into the sleeves. I think that'll work. So as you can see, this has been obsessing me. And I am using a US 10, which is a 6mm needle. These are my interchangeable Knit Picks Dreams. I'm using, I think this is a 40-inch cable. I think. It's either the 32, 36, or the 40. I think it's the 40. So this like really ate up a lot of my time. And you know, once you become obsessed with one thing, you're like, no, I have to work on this. So lots of work went into that, and I keep going back to it right now and just wanting to do a couple more rows, because it does bug my wrists quite a bit when I do too much of it, because of the big yarn, because of the big needles. So I have to be more responsible with myself, I guess. I'm not very responsible as an individual. The other thing that got some work on it, of course, is the Cozy Neighborhood by Joji Locatelli. It is for the Joji Fall Knit Along. I am using Socks That Rock BFL Sport in the Haida colorway. Here's all your information. And I've got my spare balls in my bird legs bags. She is no longer sewing. But if you go, she did give her patterns to someone, so they will live on with another seamstress in my yarn bowl from my hubby. I don't know when you saw it last. I confess there's not as much done on this as I would have liked, mostly because I got sucked into the Enchanted Mesa. But I am still trottling along. Trottling. See the trottle? The sleeves are separated. I've got to do like 18 inches, and I think I have 5 maybe. But whatever. I'm there. I may not finish it as part of the knit along. I tried. Why do I join knit alongs? I suck at them. I do. That's why I don't host them anymore, because I suck. I'm using US 7 4.5mm needles, and it might actually be wise to switch back to this because it would probably help my hands. And Haida is gorgeous, as you can see. It's a mottled black with blue undertones. And yeah, I want to work on it, but seriously, the Enchanted Mesa and we were like gangbusters. And then I realized it was like the 15th of October. And I needed to finish my Desert Vista Dyeworks socks, because I will finish this year. Like, yeah, no, I'm kind of, that knit along, I'm kind of like, I'm in it to win it. Not so much with the sweaters. It's kind of like, and yeah, like I'm loving knitting the sweaters. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about sweaters right now, which I even, when I was dyeing, and I will show you some stuff at the end for the shop update that happened. Some stuff that's still kicking around that you can still get. But I ended up dyeing myself a sweater's worth of yarn because I really liked one of the colorways, and I was like, I'm just gonna, as a dyer, I can dye myself a sweater's worth. And then I picked a pattern and figured out how much yardage I needed, and I was like, okay. And I dyed myself the yarn. And it's like, I have so many sweaters to knit at this point, it's ridiculous. This doesn't stop me from wanting to make more. It's an illness, I think. It's a sweater thing. And I just want to make them all. And I want to make them all at the same time. But I've got issues, because it's like, I don't want to make anything, like I want to make all the oversized ones because they'll actually fit me right now. But I don't want to make a lot of fitted stuff, because I find that that'll just make me sad. Honestly, it will just make me a sad panda, and we don't need that. The last thing that got some work, again, before the Enchanted Mesa insanity took over, is the, I'm going to mess up what it's called if I don't look at it. The Duville Car Coat by A.L. de Sauveterre. It's from Expectant Little Knits. It looks something like that. I'm glad everyone was entertained by my pearl clutching for the acrylic previously. I stand by my decision. I have yet to meet a baby that doesn't puke, poop, or pee on at least one item of clothing. Sometimes all at the same time. And as I will be breastfeeding and I will be baby wearing, I suspect I'm going to have a fair bit of upchuck on me or other bodily fluids. And then there's drooling when they start to teeth. Really, they're just squalling shit machines until they can walk, talk, and pee on their own, which is fine. As you can, I had this deep, in-depth conversation with my friend Tabitha, who's the stitching narwhal, and she was like, if I could just keep them as babies, I'd have a whole house full because I love babies. And I was like, you know, if I could just skip the baby part and go directly into like where they can walk, talk, and pee on their own, and they have like a little bit of a personality, I'd be much better off. And of course, I know from experience and from my mother and from my sister-in-laws and stuff and my friends who've had kids that you like your own babies just fine. Even if you don't like other babies, you'll like your own. And so I'm cool with that. But it's like, my sweet spot is definitely going to be from like 4 and up. And I know that. That's where I can really, that's where I will shine. But, yeah, no, I'm not the baby person. I'm not here, give me your baby. It's here, give me your puppy. However, it will be my own and I will love him. Either way. We already love him now, but it'll be interesting. It will be very interesting, that's for sure. But, so I'm using the acrylic, and this is the back piece, and for some reason, I am only using big needles right now. This is a US 9 5.5 millimeter needle. I have got to have something in fingering weight going on. What do I have in fingering weight that's a sweater? I don't think I have anything, guys. I have the breathing space, which I put on hold because I'm going to be way too big. Maybe I should bring that one back out. We've got Jessie's Girl, which I put on hold. That's at a sport weight. I honestly don't think I have it. Do I have it? If I do, someone's yelling at the screen right now. Oh my, the wind is quite intense. I might get a power outage here. Do I have a fingering weight sweater on the needles? It's running through my bags immensely out there. I don't think I do right now. I should fix that. That should be fixed. Because fingering weight is going to be easier on my hands. But the sweater I just died for is in sport. It's not like I don't have choices. I'll figure something out. You'll see a new sweater by the next time I record. Because that's what to do. So, yes, US 9, 4.5 millimeter. US 6, US 9. US 9, 5.5. That would be why I was confused. US 9, 5.5 millimeter needle. Using the Dreams interchangeables. I bought more things, so this is also a 40 inch. I have finished all the decreases, increases on the back, so it's just a giant piece of back. And I think I'm starting the arm decreases, which is why I put this here. I'm almost positive that's what I'm doing. Armhole decreases. Armhole decreases. It's my big blue mustache. We've hit the crazy portion of the afternoon, people. The crazy portion. So that's where I'm at with this one. And this one does hurt my hands if I knit for too long on it. So I have given up the ghost on working on it for more than like half an hour at a time. I am using Sadie Super Soft Aran 100% acrylic. Woo! Woo! In a non-named colorway. It is F022. It's machine washable. Wash dark colors separately. And I'm on the second skein of 10. And currently, it is still small enough that it can survive in my Fat Squirrel Fibers Halloween bag that I've had for her forever. I think this is from her first Halloween run. I know, I haven't bought bags in ages, and I don't need to because I have enough. Ta-da! But I love this one because it's got ghosts and pumpkins. And the inside is bright orange with spirits. So it's perfect for me. Perfect for me. I know, I'm crazy. Alrighty, so if all you came for was the knitting content, this ends the knitting content portion. If you would like to see what is currently in the shop and have me ramble a little bit longer at you, continue watching. Either way, I love you all the same. All the same. In the cockle, subcoccular region. Deep down there. That would be where. Alrighty, so what did I put in the shop? Well, I put a lot of stuff in the shop because I had some really great dyeing days. They were pretty awesome. The weather was cooperating. My body was cooperating. I didn't have a crap ton of appointments. You know, as you do. As you do. So on the Sport and Batty base, so that is they're both 80/20 superwash merino nylon. One's a sport, one's a fingering. We have Bloodletting, which is a new colorway. It is very similar to Hustle Rose, but it does not have the preponderance of purples. But it is gorgeous. I'm just grabbing a couple random skeins to show you. But I really like it. As you can see, these ones have been banded, these ones have not. Can you tell what I'm doing this afternoon? Tell you it involves ball bands. Fun times. Fun times here. Fun times here at Chez Sadie. And then we have, this guy's pretty popular and I kind of love him. But oh my goodness, wear sunglasses. And that would be Supernova. It is also on Sport and on Fingering. And there you go. Let's get you up nice and close. Pardon my crappy hands. It's life. So this guy, let me just use this one, has some serious neon yellows and peaches and oranges, and we have speckles of blue, and we have speckles of fuchsia purpleness, and it's awesome. And that is on Batty and Siren, which is the Sport. Then we have, this is the one I dyed myself an entire sweater's worth of. Just saying. I'm loving it. And it is called Water Type Pokemon. Or no, sorry, Water Type Monster. It's after the Pokemon Squirtle, whom is not my favorite. Bulbasaur is my favorite, which is kind of funny. But I'm going to do a grass type and a fire type so that I round out the original 3. But I just love it so much. It comes out different on everything. So this is it on the Shiver single base, which is 100% superwash merino. It's a single. And then, as I try to put things in places and I know stuff is going to fall over, I can feel it falling already. This is it on the Batty sock. So I'll give you a little tour of this skein, which is horribly mangled. picked a mangled skein to show you. So we've got like all these gorgeous little speckly flecks. There is hints of yellow, bits of green. We've got some dark browns, some light browns that are almost a rust. We've got various shades of turquoise, and there's hints of cream throughout. And it's just, I love it. I loved it so much that when I saw what I had done, I had to, like, how can you not love that? Okay, I'm a sucker for blue. I know blue can be very divisive for some people, but I love blue. But when I saw what I had done there, I immediately was like, okay, tomorrow I'm dyeing myself a sweater's worth, and I did. So this is available on Batty, which is the 80/20 Superwash Merino Nylon. It's available on Siren Sport, which is the 80/20 Superwash Merino Nylon Sport. It's available on the Shiver, which is the singles. You can get it in pretty much anything, because I was like, how could you not love this? I don't know. I don't know how people could not. And then this is a new colorway that I made up, and it's called Van Gogh A Go-Go, or Van Gogh A Go-Go, but really it works better if you say Van Gogh A Go-Go. And it's a beast to picture. It really is. But let's just take an in-depth look at this one will show it off better. So we've got these gorgeous greens that broke into some really interesting yellows. We've got some yellows going on down here. We have shades of gray with hints of blue, and then we've got some really deep blues that almost look black throughout. This is on the giant base, which is 490 yards of 120 superwash merino. And I love it, and it looks cool. And I just, like, look at this. Look at what's going on there. I just love that. I love the way, aesthetically I find it very pleasing. And then I did up some of these, and they are Gray Days, which is a semi-solid, it's on the Batty sock. It's almost black gray is what it is. It's pretty much a solid, almost black gray. So there's those. And lastly, this guy's been in the shop before, and I'm gonna put this bag down. That's the bag that needs to be ball banded. And so it's called Modern. I did it on the Shiver single base, which is the 100% superwash merino, 400 yards, and it's singles. But look at the, it's 100% speckled, freckled, whatever you want to call it. And it's got gorgeous yellows. Like, look at the yellows. And it's got this purple that is almost black. You've got these browns and yellows. And then you've got, like, this almost, I want to say neon pink going on there. And it is just, I love it. I just love how it came out. I love how it looks. I love how it's speckled out. And yeah, that is also in the shop. Hopefully the weather cooperates this coming week, end of the week into the coming week, and I will be able to dye up some more and have another update soon. But for now, that is everything that is currently in the shop. Of course, we've got stuff that's still hanging around from before. Not that that's a bad thing. Like, there's a lot of stuff to choose from, and it is pretty. And there are kits to be had, and all kinds of stuff. But those are the new things that are currently in the shop. So toddle on over if you want to get any. That's knittersnightmare.com. If you're looking for me anywhere on the interwebs, I am Blue Ruin on Ravelry. I am Sadie Ruin on Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. And then, yeah, I will try and see everyone again in 2 weeks. I might make it a week. Who knows? If I have enough finished stuff, I might show up in a week. It's hard to say these days, given everything that's going on. But if I can come back in a week, I will. If I can't, I'll be 2 weeks. Either way, you'll see me again soon. Have a great time. Have great knitting, and bye.